Sophia rushed to straighten the papers that cluttered the floor, blown off the desk by a breeze from an open window. Uncle Thorpe was talking to her, but she'd learned a long time ago she needn't pay him much attention. He spoke mostly to listen to himself. Once the desk was organized, she glanced at her uncle. Not being an agile man, he struggled to turn his body toward her as he droned on. Sophia walked across the library to close the window against the draught. Uncle Thorpe twisted his body to follow her movements. He sat in a wooden chair facing the fire, his left arm near Sophia's desk. The chair was too small for him. Sophia smiled to herself.
"Do you understand me, Sophia? But look at your books. Has proven to me that you are running this establishment with ignorance. I am forced to intervene."
He slammed the stack of papers he'd been perusing onto the desk. Mussing my desk again, Sophia thought, irritated. "I apologize, Uncle. What did you say?" Sophia had endured countless lectures of this sort since her father's passing a year ago, but her uncle had never truly interfered with her farm. A look into her books, as he said, would take a great deal more than the 10 minutes he'd spent with them. Furthermore, Sophia was distracted by the clock. She had a meeting with Mr. Burns in an hour, and needed to estimate the upcoming wool shipment. Uncle Thorpe's eyes were tiny, but he narrowed them until Sophia wondered if he could see her at all. She found a chair and sat, facing her uncle. Thorpe spoke, louder and slower.
"It is time for me to take over your farm entirely. The farm, the sheep and the land belong to you, of course, and their value and proceeds, minus my management fee."
Uncle Thorpe shifted the cane that lay over his knees to the floor and leaned closer to Sophia.
"I'm beginning to think this was your father's intention in leaving the farm under my supervision."
Mr. Thorpe was pompous, self-satisfied and lazy. He had no idea how to run her farm, and she would do anything to avoid his meddling. Hoping Uncle Thorpe didn't recognize the sarcasm in her smile, she said, "Uncle, how attentive you are. I thank you for your solicitude. However, I am sure there is no need." Sophia tilted her head in what she hoped was a demonstration of concern. "You already have so many things to trouble yourself with, and we get along very well here. You forget, I managed the farm throughout my father's illness."
"It is not what I like, Sophia. I am uncomfortable having you and your mother alone with no one to protect you. I feel responsible for you and cannot continue travelling from my house to yours."
Uncle Thorpe paused to catch his breath and mop his dampening forehead.
"Women are not fit to manage estates, even small ones.